Hello friends, and welcome to your December 2022 TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. I hope you are well and I hope you are excited for December TarotScopes as I am excited to start recording them. So just to give you a little bit of housekeeping as to what it is, how it works, and what you can expect over the next couple of minutes. This intro, everybody gets the same intro just to save me from repeating things 12 times. I record 12, and I'm showing four fingers, I mean, I don't know. I record 12 readings using the same structure, the same method, the same process, the same tarot decks, etc. I record 12, and I want to show four fingers again. I don't know what's up with me with that. So I record 12 videos, one for Aries, going all the way through to Pisces. I stick this intro at the beginning of each of them, and I release them, giving you insight into the month ahead. We are obviously into the last month of 2022, and it is super exciting to be at this place. So what I've done, instead of our standard kind of TarotScope structure, I've actually created a bit of a spread that's going to help you to see what was the lesson of 2022. Have you achieved that? What do you still need to do to overcome it? What do we need to take with us into 2023? What do we need to leave behind? And a couple of other things, okay? So I've sort of thrown together this ensemble of a spread of a reading, and I'm going to do exactly the same reading for each sign of the zodiac. If you're on YouTube and you open up the description of this video, you will find links to all the other zodiacs. So if you want to watch for your friends or your partners or your children, or somebody, your worst enemy, to see what it is that they need to deal with or what they are going through, you can do that. So all of them will be in the description below. And you can just go through and watch as many as you need. I do encourage everybody, when I do the month ahead TarotScopes like this, I do encourage you partway through the month to sort of come back and just do a quick check-in. All right, I know I do TarotScopes on a weekly basis, but then is categorized by element. So for the month ahead, I like to do full videos for each sign of the zodiac. I also, when I start the recordings, I set the intention that it be applicable to your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign. So if you do know what your things are, if you do know what your alignments are, you are welcome to watch all of those. So yeah, whatever is applicable and appropriate to you. So I do generally just do the 3, sun, moon, and rising, because then it just gets too complicated if we go any further than that. So when I'm shuffling and when I'm doing the videos, I do set those intentions. I am going to work with 2 amazing tarot decks for this particular reading. The first one I'm going to work with is the Forest of Enchantment Tarot. Now, oopsie, I nearly dropped it there. This deck is just amazing. Let me do that, then the camera will hopefully focus. The artwork is just gorgeous. The artwork is just beautiful. And it's got quite a whimsical fantasy type of feel to it. And then to pair it with, I'm pairing it with the Tarot of the Hidden Realm, which is just as gorgeous, just as beautiful. I hope the camera's focusing because I can't see. And just as whimsical, just as fantasy related. So I thought these two will actually work so well together to do the reading. Like I said, I've got a whole lot of questions written out. I am also going to include an oracle deck as well. So, it's going to give you a lot of insight in how best to end off 2022. We are then obviously looking forward at 2023. So when I do the January TarotScopes, which I will release sort of the last week of December, in that last week of December, I will release the January TarotScopes, and there we're going to look forward at the whole of 2023. So this one for December, we're basically looking backwards. We're looking at 2022. What do you still need to achieve? What was the lesson? Have you done it? How are you doing? What do you need to leave behind? And what do you need to take ahead with you? So I do hope that you are going to enjoy the readings. If you do enjoy the reading, all I ask from you is a thumbs up. I love comments, so if you do want to leave me a little comment, that would always be greatly appreciated. I do read them all. I don't always get a chance to reply, but I do absolutely read every single one of them. And if you would like to leave a show of gratitude, you can. Just over here somewhere on the screen will be a super thanks button that will allow you to leave a a donation, a tip, if you may, a way of showing gratitude for the insight that you have received during the video. So I'm now going to flip the camera around so that you can see the table and that you don't necessarily have to see my face, because I do need a lot of space to show you all the cards. So I'm going to flip the camera around and we're going to get started with your zodiac. I'll see you there. Leo, let's get into your reading and see what the month has in store for you. So I am shuffling the tarot deck that we're going to be working with. I know I said that the other one was going to be the main one, but I changed my mind. So this is the Tarot of the Hidden Realm, and this is going to be our main focus for today's reading. I do have the other tarot deck and an oracle just off camera, which I will bring in towards the end and use them for additional clarity and guidance. So Leo, we are looking at December 2022. We're looking at, I've got a whole lot of questions I'm going to use this deck for. I'm going to shuffle the deck and place it to the side, and then I'm going to draw cards straight off the top. And then, like I said, I will use the other tarot deck and the oracle. So happy with that shuffle. Let's cut the deck. Okay, put it together nicely, and it's going to live over there. So Leo, card number 1 is, what do you need to leave behind in 2022? So we know we've only got 1 month left. So what do you need to leave behind? What is something that you should not be carrying into 2023? And here we have the 10 of Swords. So you know what? Look at the emotion, look at the aggression, look at the energy of that particular card. I mean, your crazy stuff. So the 10 of Swords is the card of feeling overwhelmed, feeling like everything is just all a little bit too much. That kind of desperate feeling, okay? That is 10 of Swords energy. So you may find that this year, that 2022 has been really, really tough, all right? You may be feeling emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically drained. Physically, emotionally, mentally, like it's all just a little bit too much, and that you just want to scream. You just want to scream in frustration and whatever else. So Leo, this is an energy that, first of all, we're acknowledging it may be how you're feeling right now, but we're also acknowledging and confirming that it's not an energy you want to be taking forward with you, okay? So whatever this is that you're experiencing and going through, you need to overcome it, resolve it, work through it, stop it, leave it behind in 2022. We're not taking it forward. We can see why. So we hopefully the rest of the cards will help you to understand this and help you to sort of put it into perspective. But this is definitely how you're feeling at the moment, and an energy that we do not want to be carrying into 2023. So what is an energy that you do want to carry, or that you will be carrying into the next year? So that is one to leave behind. What should you not be leaving behind, or what won't you be leaving behind? And here we have the Magician card. Okay, so the Magician card. So the Magician is the card of trickery. It's the card of manipulation. It's the card of manifestation. It's the card of recognizing that you can manifest, create, and have anything your heart desires. So he is super confident. I mean, I love how he is revealing his chest. Chest is considered to be the most vulnerable part of the human being because the heart is there and all of those kind of things. So he is exposing his heart center, his vulnerability, but he's doing it because he knows that by giving you a little something, he gets to get from you whatever he wants. Okay, so it is a little bit of manipulation, it is a little bit of sly trickery, but the Magician, you know, he knows that in order to achieve that, you have to do this, this, and this. So he understands processes. He also understands human emotions, mindsets, etc. And I do think, Leo, that I'm certainly not saying that you are a master manipulator, but I do believe, Leo, that you are somebody who understands circumstance, people, situations, and you know how to make the best of a bad situation. So this is an energy that you currently possess, that you currently have within you, that you are going to take with you into the next year. But this panic, this fear, this aggression needs to stay behind. Okay, very interesting, Leo. And I know you can relate to this. I know that, you know, if you think about yourself, you know how to handle yourself in a situation. You know how to get the most out of a person or a situation. So that's exactly what the magician is. He has his own agenda. He knows what he wants, and he's not going to stop until he gets it. And he knows that by revealing a little bit of himself, he opens himself up to people giving him what he wants. All right, it's not a bad thing. It's actually a really good thing. So Leo, next on our agenda is what was the overall, or what is the overall lesson of 2022? So with all the things that 2022 have brought to you, all the things that you've experienced this year, what has been the lesson that you've needed to learn? And we have got the Page of Cups. And Page of Cups is about vulnerability. Page of Cups is about, you know, believing in your feelings, trusting in your feelings, but also about allowing yourself to be a little bit vulnerable when it comes to feelings and emotions. So that is an interesting lesson for the year. And it makes sense to me as well, because here, again, the energy that you're taking forward, the energy that you're taking into next year, we have that vulnerability again. So we've got vulnerability coming through in both of these cards. But also, there's no vulnerability here, or is there? So if we look at this card in a little bit more detail, so yes, she is fighting for her life. She is fighting for every ounce and fiber of her being. Isn't that vulnerability? You know, here we have lightning, and, you know, it looks to me like everything is just tearing. She is aggressive, fighting. She is, you know, doing everything in her power because vulnerability. So vulnerability can be a soft, soothing gentleness, or it can be that power, that, you know, that energy. All right. So the lesson of 2022 is learning, recognizing, and understanding your emotional vulnerability. So you may find, and Leo, I think at this stage, you know, it'll be good for you to take a minute and to think about it, but I'm sure you will see that 2022, you had experiences happen to you that really made you pay attention to your emotions and your feelings, your vulnerabilities. Okay, there were things that would have happened to you this year that have sort of really made you question your humanity. So your lesson of 2022 has been about recognizing, acknowledging, and feeling and being vulnerable around your emotions. How you've done with that, we're still going to see. But for now, I want to move on to, I want to move on to 2023. So what is the lesson of 2023? We've got vulnerability for 22. Let's see, what is the lesson that 2023 is going to bring you, Leo? And here we have the Empress. So the Empress, we're staying within vulnerability, okay? But she has changed her focus to be less about herself and more about everybody else around her. She is Mother Gaia. She is the one who gives birth to life. She is the one who births opportunity, situation, and circumstance. She nurtures it. She takes care of it. She always is putting everybody else's needs, wants, and desires before her own. So your lesson for the next year is going to be about shifting the focus away from yourself and more onto nurturing, looking after, and taking care of other people, which I think is really great. Okay, so I do think that 2022 has brought you a lot of heartache and a lot of pain and a lot of disruption, but it certainly looks like 2023, if we leave this behind, we are suddenly going to be stronger, better, and more able and more capable of finding happiness that we're looking for. So 2022 is not finished yet. So let's go back here. What we're looking at here now, Leo, is this was the lesson of the year of 2022. We've still got December to go. So we're not done yet. So if we haven't finished, we've still got a bit of time to make up for it. We've still got a bit of time to fix it. So what I'm looking at here is the lesson of 2022. How have you done? Have you managed to achieve and accomplish, to complete the lesson that you needed to learn in 2022? So how have you done? Did you complete the lesson for 2022? You've got the Ace of Swords. Oh, I like that. So look at the heron, and look at that like razor sharp, pointy sharp, I don't know what the word is, but of the beak. I mean, that is like super, super, super sharp, and everything is very poised and everything is very there. So the answer to the question, have you learned to be vulnerable? I'm going to tell you, no, you have not. Because the Ace of Swords, with this sharp, focused attention, also pointing to the past, is telling you that you haven't done it yet. That maybe you're less aggressive and less busy than you have been, but you're still holding on to and you're still trying to come to terms with. The Ace is also telling you that it's new, that this is a new experience for you, that this is a new journey for you. So it's a good thing that we're doing this reading now, okay? Because you've still got the whole month of December to learn, to become comfortable, to become familiar with your vulnerability, and to let, I almost want to say, like, I want to just dull the the tip of the beak. I want to take that sharpness away, okay? Because that sharpness is definitely a powerful energy, and you need to be softer. We need to be softer. All right. Carrying on, Leo, the next card we have is the new energies that are waiting to come in. So new energies that you get to work with in the month of December. Let's have a look. In the month of December, we've got happiness and joy. We have got the card of the sun. It is about success. It is about happiness and joy and abundance. It is about all of those kind of beautiful energies. So you need to let go of the past. Okay, you need to accept that it's happened. All right, whatever happened in your past, whatever happened this year, we need to let it go. We need to stop trying to fix this. We need to stop trying to make this easier or better. We need to just be okay with our emotions. Allow the emotions to flow without trying to control, without trying to be precise. Okay, and you need to embrace a little bit of happiness, a little bit of joy, and a little bit of enthusiasm in your life. So Leo, for what's left of 2022, December of 2022, your focus needs to be on celebrating life, celebrating your successes, your accomplishments, your joy, your happiness, and not focusing on all the things that went wrong. As you can see, I have the next tarot deck here in my hands. I'm going to give it a shuffle. With this tarot deck, I am asking Spirit anything else that I missed, anything that they want to elaborate on, anything that they want to highlight amongst the reading. What is actually happening in the month of December? Where should your focus be? What should you be aware of? What should you be mindful of in the month of December? So let's have a look, Leo. Just giving the cards a very quick little shuffle. Okay, I'm happy with that shuffle. Let's cut the deck. Card number 1, Leo, we have the Weaver of Spells. I love Weaver of Spells. And we have the 7 of Boons. So the Weaver of Spells and the 7 of Boons. Do you see why I work with these two decks together? Because the artwork is similar. And, you know, if it wasn't for the change of titles, you almost wouldn't know that it comes from a completely separate deck. So the Weaver of Spells, let's just have a look at this. So she is the Queen of Wands in a traditional deck, and she is putting on the dance of her life. Can you see that? She is dancing. Look at her closed eyes, her thoughtful kind of expression. She is just so in the moment and so in the now. She's not worrying about anything that happened before or anything that may happen in the future. She is focusing on the here and the now, but she is active. She is moving. She is dancing. She is celebrating. And Leo, this is Spirit saying to you as well that you need to do that. You need to be more in the now. Forget about what's happened in the past. Forget about, you know, what went wrong, what went right, how you handled it, who said what to who. Forget about all of that. Focus on being happy with the today, with what's left of December, what's left of 2022. Focus on the here and the now and take advantage of every moment that you have. The second card that I drew with regards to the balance of December and how you should handle it is the 7 of Boons. Now, Boons in a traditional tarot deck are the Pentacles. So the 7 of Pentacles is the card of patience. Now, look at this. Here we have this magic tree, and there are all of these doors, different colors, different shapes, different sizes, different everything. I don't know about you, but I am super curious and I want to know what's behind every single door. And if given half the chance, I am going to run around and open up all the doors and have a look. But this is the card of patience. This is the card that says to you, all in good time. So you are trying so hard to work through the tragedies, the hardships, and the difficulties of 2022. You're excited about what 2023 is going to bring you. You're excited about this happy ever after kind of scenario, but there is this level of impatience of like, I want it now. And Spirit is saying to you, Leo, it's important to stay in the moment. It's important to stay in the here and the now, and to just make the most of this moment, of this day, not thinking about yesterday and not thinking about tomorrow. That is how you will have a really good 2023. So during December, take advantage of all the good stuff that's going on around you. Remember to carry the energy into next year, that one of you can manifest and you can create and you can have anything that your heart desires. We're going to leave behind tragedy and hardship. We're going to learn to be vulnerable, and going forward we're going to realize that we are the master of our own destiny. So let's get into the habit now of being patient, of being active, and focusing on the positive, and everything else will sort itself out. All right, so I am pulling now my oracle deck, and the oracle deck I am working with, Leo, is the Divine Energy Oracle. Beautiful, beautiful deck. Love this deck. So let's just give it a quick shuffle. I'm looking just for a single card to finish off our message, to finish off our reading, to complete the whole scenario of what's been played out here for you today. Okay, let's do that, and I cut. Let's see what we've got, Leo. So apparently, Leo, this has been a wake-up call. And you know what? In all honesty, I think this is the wake-up call. Oh, I can't pick it up. I think this has been the wake-up call about how you are reacting and responding to situations and circumstances. This anger, this frustration, this emotion that's building up in you. And we don't want next year to be anything like this year. We want it to be better. We want it to be better. So this is the wake-up call that you needed. So if you've been waiting for a sign, Leo, take this as a sign. Understand the severity of what the situation is and recognize we don't want to carry on with this. We do not want this to follow us into the new year. So let's do the work that we need to do now so that we can have a better 2023. All right. So Leo, as always, with love and blessings from our heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care.